Alrighty, what's going on, babe? This is Don 2000, and welcome back to another video. And first of all, I just want to say good morning to you all, and hope you're all having a good morning so far. Um, anyways, guys, welcome back to another episode of reading the Conquer Depression book to you all. If you guys haven't seen the other episodes, I highly suggest you guys check them out first, so you can follow along what we talked about so far. The previous episodes in the description, and the full playlist is down there as well if you guys want to check it out, my recent episodes. Anyways, guys, we're going to do a little bit of a mix today. So while I'm reading this book, I'm going to put on some relaxing music for you guys so you guys can just, vibe and all that kind of stuff. So, if I do talk over, like, the volume or something like that, I apologize. But I'm going to put a little bit, a little bit as loud as I can, a little bit. Not, like, ear rape you guys, but, like, just for, just a certain length. So let me go ahead and do this for you guys. I'm going to turn it up. Just for my TV. So I'll try to talk a little bit softly as well. So, anyways, guys, let's get this open. Alright, so we're on page 43 is where we left off. I think we left off to get moving, the magic pill. I think that's where we left off at. So anyways, guys, let's get into the Conquer Depression. So we left off at the magic pill. So anyways, guys, here we go. Clients of mine who start moving and then stay moving as a cornerstone of a healthier lifestyle are more successful at reducing or eliminating symptoms of depression now in the future, and yet the benefits of moving more don't stop there. Exercise is the magic pill, says Dr. Michael Bratko, the chairman of the American College of Sports Medicine's Consumer Information Committee, and that exercise can literally cure diseases like some forms of heart disease. Exercise has been implicated in helping people prevent or recover from some forms of cancer. Exercise helps people with arthritis. Exercise helps people prevent and reverse depression. You already know that exercise is good for your whole body, including your mental health, but let me highlight some specific health benefits here. Physical movement helps too. Strengthen bones. Weight-bearing exercises strengthen muscles by causing new bone tissue to grow. When you think of weight-bearing exercise, you may think immediately of lifting weights, but weight-bearing exercises also refers to movements that cause you to support the weight of your own body. These include walking, jogging, climbing stairs, dancing, and even jumping. Build muscles. Muscle building exercises are increasingly important as we age, as the human body begins losing muscle mass from about the age of 30. When we refuse to let nature take its course and become... So about that. Trying to get the page turned here. There we go. Intentional about moving in ways that help us maintain and even build muscle, we reap the benefits in nearly every area of life. Besides the obvious perks, stronger muscles improve balance and reduce the likelihood of falls as we age and help maintain bone mass, reducing our chances of developing osteoporosis. Provide a better night's sleep. We will examine the link between depression and sleep in the next chapter, but getting a solid night's sleep can dramatically improve emotional health. According to one study, people with chronic insomnia, when engaged in medium-intensity aerobic exercise such as walking, fell asleep quicker and slept longer. Support cardiovascular health. Every year, about 735,000 American adults have a heart attack. In fact, heart disease is the leading cause of death for men and women, killing more than 600,000 people in the United States every year. Study after study shows that physical inactivity is a significant risk factor for heart disease, and that exercise can dramatically reduce your risk of developing heart disease, and can even help reverse damage that has already occurred. Four of the best exercises for a healthy heart are brisk walking, running, swimming, and bicycling. Low blood sugar. Exercise lowers blood sugar by increasing insulin sensitivity. This helps your muscle cells use available insulin to take up glucose during and after your workout. Uh, that was glucose, by the way. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. The contraction of your muscles during an exercise also improves the way your cells absorb and use glucose, even without insulin. In addition to doing wonders for your brain and body, physical movement can be a game changer when it comes to your overall attitude and mindset. Dr. John Ranty, author of the book Spark, The Revolutionary New Science of Exercise in the Brain, says exercise is the perfect tool of reprogramming a depressed prefrontal cortex. It can reprogram how you think and cope too. Here's what else regular movement is going to do for you. Increase your confidence. There's the confidence that comes from having a body that is fit and healthy. And there is also confidence that comes from doing something every day that you know is good for you. Either regular physical movement empowers you to feel better about yourself. I bumped down the volume a little bit, sorry. Boost your creativity. Research conducted at Stanford University showed that something as simple as casual walking improves creativity by boosting convergent thinking, solving a problem, as well as divergent thinking, come up with original ideas. Help you cope. The endorphins released while exercising, such as your body's natural painkillers, while helping to reduce anxiety and stress. That makes exercise the perfect go-to activity when you're looking for a healthy coping strategy. Alright, so the next thing, ready, set, go. When I told Jean to begin her journey to wellness by placing one foot in front of the other, she resisted. Tuning up, she told me she had neither the energy nor the desire to move more than she already did, which amounted to get herself into the car and back a couple times a day. I think I'm skipping a page here. Okay, sorry about that. But a few weeks later, when a neighbor suggested a short walk every morning after Jean returned from taking Lexi to school, Jean agreed to get outside her comfort zone and muster the energy to start slowly. The first 3 mornings, the two women walked just a few blocks. Jean had been afraid that her neighbor would be frustrated by the slow pace and short distance, but she soon discovered that her neighbor had her own struggles and was filled with nothing but compassion and understanding for Gina. Gina opted for consistency over intensity. She focused more on getting out her front door every morning, rather than pushing herself to walk farther than she felt comfortable. Within a week, 2 women were walking twice as far plus. Gina realized their growing companionship and daily conversation provided much needed support as she began to slowly navigate her way out of the darkness and into the light. In the months ahead, this consistent physical movement and the camaraderie that came with it, becoming a cornerstone of Gina's healing. Exercise is such a powerful resource because the impact is so comprehensive. In fact, time after time, I see the power of movement become a catalyst of transformation in many areas in my clients' lives. So when you're finished with this chapter, take a break from your reading and go for a walk or a bike ride, start moving, and soon you'll find your emotional health improving. That is true. Alright, so we're on chapter 3 now on page 51. Develop a sleep routine. So we may just go through, let's see here. Let's see where pages there are real quick. Sorry about that. I know it's kind of a waste of time, but I just want to see. Alright, so we're going to stop page 54 in a minute, because we'll be on a new topic. So we'll stop page 54, guys. So we're on page 51 right now, so make sure you guys follow along if you're reading this with me. So chapter 3, develop a sleep routine. Jennifer used to love her life. She had a challenging career as a software developer, a husband, and 3 children she adored. Excuse me. and a supportive network of family and friends. Her family lived in a nice home in a Dallas suburb with frequent block parties and barbecues. Jennifer's life seemed picture perfect, and for a long time she had agreed with that description. Then everything had changed. Looking back, she can pinpoint when the shift occurred. She remembered a 5-month period during which grief was her constant companion. Losing a childhood friend to breast cancer and a colleague to suicide 5 weeks later Jennifer Jennifer reeling. A few months later, the death of her 92-year-old grandmother, while not unexpected, was another huge loss. That fall, when Jennifer's 7-year-old son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, something in Jennifer felt broken beyond repair. And so began a 2-year spiral that culminated in Jennifer coming to the center desperate for relief. In my first consultation, I'm so sorry, I keep stuttering, with Jennifer, I asked her to describe her symptoms in addition to fatigue, alternative bouts of feeling sad and dumb and being unable to focus at work. She told me she was suffering from insomnia. For several months, her sleep routine had been disrupted as she woke up nearly every night at 3 o'clock. Only to stare at the ceiling and listen to her husband's steady breathing beside her as he slept soundly. Sometimes she would eventually fall to sleep, sometimes not. In the morning, she would get up, blurry-eyed, and foggy-headed, and trudge throughout the day like a zombie, as she described it. Every night, Jennifer would face the same miserable scenario all over again, like a dreadful recurring scene of the movie Groundhog Day. Naturally, her sleep problems persisted. Week after week, her depression worsened. Although I felt deeply sympathetic as Jennifer explained her desperate situation, I wasn't at all surprised. Over several decades of working with depressed individuals, I've come to recognize that the vast majority of them suffer from sleep issues that turn into sleep disorders. It seems like a cruel irony at a time when these people are struggling to regain stability and find a shred of hope. Peaceful and restorative sleep eludes them. The relationship between sleep and depression isn't discussed as often as, say, symptoms of sadness or fatigue, and yet, after working with literally thousands of depressed patients, I know that sleep is virtually always a part of the problem, and most important, must be an integral part of the solution. And that right there, guys, we're going to leave off at. So the next episode we do will be on page 54, and the new topic would be an epidemic of sleep problems. So we will start off there on the next episode. So yeah, guys, thank you all very much for watching and listening, and I hope you guys was able to hear that music. Oh shit, I dropped my AirPod. Hope you guys were able to hear that music too a little bit. If you guys don't like the music, please let me know. Just turn on my TV for a minute. Huh? There we go. Sorry. I just went, huh? So, yeah, I hope you guys like that music. If it's too much, please let me know. I mean, I could just change it next episode and just not have music at all. But I want to just spice things up a little bit for me reading that book. Depending if I read out loud or not, too. I don't know if you guys are able to hear the music over my voice. I don't know. So, if that really didn't do much, I apologize. But yeah, guys, I want to appreciate you guys for watching. This was, I think, the 5th episode or 4th. I don't know. I can't remember. So I haven't done this in a while. So I'm glad that I was able to do it again. So I just want to say thank you all very much for watching. And if you guys like and share as always, subscribe, hit that bell. And if you have any questions as well, please let me know. If you have any depressions about, while I was reading all that, let me know. And if you guys are interested in getting this book sometime, you can. If you want to order online or this and that. I'll just say it again. So it's Conquer Depression, 7 Secrets to Take Back Your Life. It's by Gregory L. Jantz, PhD, with Keith Wall. So if you guys want to, it's in the thumbnail. So that's what the book looks like. So if you guys are interested in getting this book and wanting to follow along with me, you're more than welcome to. I don't know if you can find it in stores or not. I got this at a gift shop at a hospital, so I'm not sure how that works. But if you guys are interested in like buying this online or on Amazon or something like that, you know, you guys are more than welcome to. I'm sure you guys could buy this on Amazon. So, but yeah, guys, thank you all very much for watching again, like I said, and I will catch you alls in the next video. So, have a great rest of your day, everyone, and I'll catch you alls whenever. Adios.